What's up with y'all? What's the deal? It's me, Noping, and today I'm back playing my boy Dr. Mundo in the Baron lane. Now, I know it's been a minute since my last upload, but nobody told me they added a floating eyeball to the game. Moving on though, for this video, I'm actually joined by a viewer who actually recognized me in game. Shout out to the swing. Surprisingly, we're actually mastered this season despite the fact that I barely played. Anyways, we will be playing up into this Nasus matchup. Now, especially when it comes to Nasus, we're both late game scaling champions. My main objective into Nasus is simply denying stacks. As long as he's not able to outfarm me, I will be able to outscale with the Heartsteel stacks.
The lanes are swamped. Welcome to wildrift.
Alright y'all, so for this early game laning phase, my main objective is making sure Nasus does not have the ability to free farm. One of the biggest ways of losing to the Nasus matchup is having the wave push to his turret and it's frozen, so then he just free farms until level 5 and he outscales you. It's that simple, and it's probably one of the easiest way to fumble into this matchup. So I'm really ensuring that if I am going for trades, they're queued so that I don't take mini aggro. And I'm simply just going to be last hitting these minions so that we could possibly get Nasus to make a misplay and end up running it into me.
Mundo file. Take this on. Mundo sell. Mundo.
Alright y'all, so I was holding a freeze for a good minute, just trying to get that level 5 prio going on. Definitely see a potential kill here if we do manage to land a few more Qs onto this Nasus. So I'm just really looking to poke him out before this level 5 spike. Alright y'all, so we end up landing another Q with essentially green lights my play. At this HP threshold, he's actually killable, so I end up going for the engage. Ends up auto E-ing him. E ends up doing more damage the lower HP you are on Mundo. So we did end up securing that kill, setting him back to the gray screen. We'll be looking for bare minimum 2 platings before my recall so that we could possibly pick up this Heartsteel on our first back. Alright y'all, so now that I'm making it back to lane with my Heartsteel power spike, I will be using it till its full extent to essentially secure dominance over the lane. At this point, my main goal is securing my stacks, getting platings, and trying to get to my second item as fast as physically possible. Alright y'all, so we're getting to a point to where we can actually ignore Nasus' damage while under his turret. As I said before, my main objective is just securing these platings. At this point, Nasus is starting to get a little bit desperate to actually be effective in lane, but at this point, he's clearly outscaled. So what I'm gonna do here is try to free him from his misery. So I end up waiting for the Heartsteel proc. We end up instantly popping on him, taking him out with the auto Heartsteel proc and the E. With Nasus visiting the gray screen, of course I'm gonna take this opportunity to take out his T1. Now I do know he will possibly respawn in time, so I might just look for a fight into him. We do have the level lead off of freezing the lane, so he's not too much of a threat to me. At this point, he's no different from a minion he's used to fuel my power into this late game. Gonna be building into Titanic Hydra. Big spikes. We're actually going to be skipping out on boots, bro. Alright y'all, so after making a pretty successful push topside, we do have Titanic available in shop. My main mindset here is to drop this pink ward, look for the recall and a safe brush, and TP back to lane with my Titanic power spike. And at that point, I'll be able to utilize the HP that's coming off of Heartsteel to its full extent. So yeah, just gonna be looking for a slight Little fight into Nasus, really chunking them out with those Titanic procs. Might just have to look for a dive into him at this point.
Double kill.
So I end up setting my sights onto Nasus T2, potentially looking to take it out here. Nasus ends up popping his ultimate. Not scared at all. This guy barely got to stack all game, so his damage is pretty minimal. Waiting for his ult to run out, and we'll look for the re-engage. His ult ends up dropping. I end up dropping my ultimate plus the ghost. We're running him down, and he ends up visiting the gray screen. That's simple. I mean, at this point, like, what can he do? What can he actually do? I'm pretty spiked up. Got my 2 full items, and we're building towards the Merc Treads now. Enemy team did end up taking Armored Ensemble. It's a shame, but it is what it is. We'll be taking this Vito, picking up Merc Treads, and it's pretty good looks from here. Off the TP play, we actually end up taking out the Nasus, eating him, sending him flying across the screen. Team looks for the engage on the enemy backline. My main objective is taking out this Misfortune. She's really the main threat on the enemy team. Looks like my team is grouping mid. Definitely going to be looking for a play. MF is the priority pick here. She ends up getting stunned, instant engage, she ends up getting popped. Securing that shutdown. We end up taking out the Jax as well, setting my sights onto this Vel'Koz. He ends up nearly escaping. Next item on the chopping block will definitely be Force of Nature. I'm going to need this mobility to actually stick onto the slippery enemy team. And Nasus Wither doesn't make it any easier. We end up taking out the T2 mid. I think I will end up going down for it. We'll see. Yep, we end up dying for it. I'm going to take it though. I think it's pretty worth it. We're sitting 7-3 and 2, I believe. So we're not doing too shabby. Alright, y'all, so we end up securing Baron Nashor, but I had to rotate towards bot side because they were looking to siege it. We're just looking to hold out until my team ends up rotating here. So we ends up rotating, instantly setting my focus onto this MF. Looks like she ends up escaping me nearly. Viego will end up securing that kill. Still looking for rundowns onto this Nasus. Force of Nature actually making it possible. We'll end up securing the autos on the Nasus to secure my 8th kill of the game. Yeah, so I end up getting jumped by this Jax. Instant rundowns though. Bro doesn't know I'm like super fed right now. Ends up going down. My main focus is farming for this mantle pickup, which is huge. Whole enemy team ends up rotating. Will not be taking that fight. We'll just look for this recall. Once we get this mantle online, we could definitely look for 1v5s and 1v4s. Honestly, I really fell in love with this mantle item. It's such a valuable item, especially mid to late game, and it really just ensures your safety, especially when you're going for those risky engages onto the enemy team. It's literally a second ult as your passive, so y'all should definitely look to pick up this item just to ease your late game gameplay. But yeah, main focus here is just making sure all lanes are shoved so that we could potentially look to secure these T3s that the enemy team are protecting. So now that Nasus's helpers have finally left them alone, I'm just going to be looking to force out this T2. Finna be tanking the turret here. Super strong right now, not really too worried. Mantles are getting popped. Still fighting into this Nasus, no worry at all. Sitting on my ultimate, by the way. I end up looking for a re-engage onto this Vel'Koz. Ends up re-engaging, instantly popping him, sending him back to the lobby. Was looking for the MF. She's too scared to fight. She ends up running away. We'll look for the disengage, of course. And with that Force of Nature movement speed, I'm out of there. I'm safety. we'll be looking for Bs. I'm actually going to be building into Sunfire Agents at this point. Really just need the damage. Glorious enchant pickup. That's huge. Main reason why I actually went for that item is because the whole enemy team will be running away from me, and I just want to make sure that I'm sticking onto them like glue. But yeah, though, setting 10-3-3, not bad whatsoever. Actually pretty satisfied with this gameplay, especially due to the fact that I haven't played in a minute. But yeah, we're just looking for a fight to pick off any of the squishy members. As I said before, Misfortune is the priority pick here. Just looking for shoves out on this mid lane. Looking to possibly secure T2 mid lane. I mean T3 mid lane. Now, quite honestly, after taking this T3, I definitely could have looked to end. But where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? Looks like I will start tapping up this Nexus. Kind of unsure of what I'm actually going to do here. I think I actually look for the flank on the enemy team. Coming through the jungle. We end up popping the Glorious Enchant. Q ends up connecting onto the Jax. We end up taking out Jax. We end up taking out the Zyra who flashed over the wall. We looking for the Misfortune right now. Brand, or whatever his name, Bard, ends up ulting. End up emoting onto the MF just to show my dominance. We do have some fire available in shop. End up placing that ward to potentially TP back to. But I think I will end up TPing on my teammates. Yeah, TP ends up coming through. Super powerful right now, especially with the Sunfire. At this point, I'm going to be nearly one-tapping the enemy team. Just looking for anything. Looking for a Q. Looking for a slow. Any form of CC, and I'm on that. Just gonna end up brute forcing the T3 like a god. T3 ends up dropping. I swear Nasus bought Eclipse this game. That's crazy. Will end up running away from that play. Actually got peeled off by the Bard. Much appreciated. Baron is up right now. Just focusing on keeping these lanes pushed. Not scared whatsoever. Q ends up landing. Ash R ends up landing on the Jax. Really just zoning. Waiting for a good opportunity to look for engage. Enemy team looks to have taken out my jungler, which is not good looks. Ult's up in a couple of seconds. Main thing I'm looking towards. My team ends up securing Baron, which is very good. Bard ends up dropping his ultimate. Vel'Koz art here. Big mistake. He ends up getting E'd. Sent back to base. Same with the Zyra. She ends up going down. Trying to run down this MF. MF is dead. Usain Bolt. We'll end up being M'ing a little bit with those recall spams. Setting 15-3-4. Doing beautifully. We end up catching out the Nasus here. Going to be taking them out, especially with this Sunfire autos. Wither's doing work though. But yeah, he will end up going down as well. Secure my 16th kill of the game. Uber fed right now. Literally just gonna end up ending out the game. But yeah, as I said before, if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe, or leaving a comment in the comment section that I can reply to. And I really hope you guys did learn something from this gameplay, like how to actually starve Nasus and end up outscaling him to secure the W. Play better than 99% of Mundo players, of course. They call me the monk guy for a reason, for me. But I mean, we did perform. We performed. Securing that S rating, kind of, you know, casually pushing through Masters. But yeah, though, MVP rating ends up doing 38,000 damage, 12,000 damage taken. So as I said before, you guys enjoyed, please consider like, commenting, and subscribing. It's Nopings. I have to catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.